Okay, once again, good morning, everyone. So before we start the session, here's a housekeeping notes for all of you. So you could write down your Q&A session, your questions or any inquiry, or if you face any technical issue, you can put your question in the Q&A corner. You can see that on your, I think on the top there. Yeah, you can click there and then write down your questions. So we will on and off. Jane will answer your question if let's say you are the lucky one. If not, we will go back when after the session, she will go through the question by together with you. So now you can, if anyone, just to quick check, if all of you can hear my voice. If can, maybe we can test the Q&A section by now also. You can just type 1 in the Q&A section and just click send. Let me see if you can listen to me and familiar with the Q&A session. Yeah. Okay, I saw Jane's. Any other? You all can hear me? If can, please type 1 at the Q&A session. Okay, thank you, Raymond. I can saw that. Thank you so much. Okay, so done for my testing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm today moderator Jaslyn from InfoTrack. Okay, together with me today is Miss Jane. And here I'm pleased to welcome you to the free workshop today of Save and Less. Choose the right framework for your Agile transformation. So this webinar will, I'm sure that it will provide you in-depth comparison of 2 of the most popular framework for scaling Agile in your organization. So from that, you will learn about the key principles, the structures, and use case study for each of the framework, and then see which one might suitable for your organization. So I think without further ado, I would like to invite Jane. Jane, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thanks, Jaslyn.
Yeah, I think your voice can be louder.
Is it better now? Good morning,
Yes,
everyone.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll pass the floor to you, Jane.
All right, I will take over. Thank you. Okay, give me a moment for me to share. So just to double check, can everyone see my screen? So if yes, please, you can use your phone to scan and join the Menti, because I'm going to use the Menti for entire sessions, which is more interactive, so that I can get to know what you want to tell us. And also, yes, in Menti, I also have the Q&A box, so feel free to make use of it, because both sides also will answer. So let me know if all of you have joined, because you can just use your phone to scan the QR code. No worries, you are anonymous. So feel free to join it, or you want to use your browser, go to menti.com, type the code 1504 1711. Then I can know how many of you have joined. Take a moment for you guys. Yeah, I can see there are people here, like 3. Maybe more people joining. Can click the response so that I can know. Test, yeah, I see a test from the Q&A box. Anyone? Should I still waiting? Okay, maybe while waiting, I'm going to move on to the next one. Just a little bit of ice breaking. So let everyone know, where are you today joining us? So I know most of us are Malaysian. So if you are not from Malaysia at this moment, it's fine. Feel free to pin at the directions towards your current locations. So this actually can help us to understand, like, everyone in the room, where we are. So I can see some is from Putrajaya, Selangor, some is from Ipoh, Kuala Lumpur, Malacca. Yeah, there is a one at the bottom. I'm curious, is it Singapore or Indonesia? I'm not sure. Yeah. So yeah, there are more. Selangor. Yeah, Georgetown. So you will get familiar with this. I think we have 13 people in the room. Okay, so after get to know where do we come from, also majority from KL and also Penang. Say hi to you guys. And I'm going to move on to the next one just to know you better. I can see people still joining, so I will let some of you fill in first. Maybe you just join in the Menti. Yeah. I purposely keep the cat icon there so that any of you can interact it with that icon. You can press it. And yeah, I can see more people joining. So we got 5 from Putrajaya or KL, and then 2 from Selangor and 4 from Penang. We have from Kedah, and we have some from Pahang. Okay, I can see the numbers still going up. I know we have 30 plus of participants in this room. So now it's 23. No worries, I will move on to the next questions. You can still join the Menti because I have the Menti code on top of my screen. So I'm curious to know, what do you do? Are you a manager? Are you a leader? Change agents? Yeah, what do you do in your current organizations? Project management. Okay, good to know. So you can know what's the difference about SAFe and LeSS. How about others? Only one people here? Business operations. Okay, more and more. Application development. Okay, good to know. Business operation, maybe I can relate it to product owner or business analyst. Application development, I will relate to a software engineer, developer, or tech lead. Yeah, HR analyst. Okay, we got more. Agile transformation, maybe you are Agile coach or Scrum Master. Okay, system thinker. Yes, good to know because what you learned today is going with you. Development lead. Okay, Scrum manager. And then I got what? IT management. So it's good because you know how the different frameworks are working at big company. Okay, product owner, we got multiple of it. So who else is Scrum coach? Okay, Scrum coach, and there's a LeSS. Not sure what is the LeSS mean. Please let share me. You can type in any Q&A. So I think the rest also curious what is LeSS. And then what else? Yeah, organization development, product owner. Yeah. Okay, good. So let's proceed to the next one. So this one is just to check whether your current company is the practice agile or still in the beginner. You try to understand more how things work. Maybe you don't have maybe your current company didn't even practice agile. It could be. So this one is just to know. And I can see there's 3 beginners level, 1 is intermediate, 2 is in the expert. Good. Then you will curious to know whether the new framework is fit in for your organizations. So we got more. So I will wait for more inputs. Wow, there's a lot of beginner. This is good actually because at the beginner level, you can at least know what is the SAFe we everyday mention, what is the skill agile, which I'm going to cover today. I'm going to wait a while more for more people to answer. And then 4 is advanced. Yeah, I think then many of you also have the Agile knowledge. You understand Agile is 4 values, 12 principles, and all this safe skilling Agile is under Agile framework. Okay, so I can see, okay, most of us are beginner in the room. Okay, feel free to ask questions. And so after I know all of you, so let me share a little bit about myself. I was software engineer for over 10 years, and I also is a certified Scrum Master. And for now, I'm also a certified trainer, and I work for Agile Mania. So today we are together, partner with InfoTrack to provide all awareness, free workshop, because that's, I think, is the best way for us to reach out all of you so that you guys can get some heads up what is the safe or less means without dive in directly into the training. Okay, so thanks for Jaslyn also, because she helped me to make this success. Okay, so yes, today's agenda, we are going to talk about what is the scaling agile, and at the end of session, we're going to understand SAFe. Maybe it's not in a very deeper, but is at least some overview for you to understand it, and same for LeSS. And after we understand SAFe and LeSS, then we can do some comparative analysis. And I also have composed some guidelines for you to think about which is the right framework for your current organizations. And at the end, yes, we're going to wrap up and some Q&A. And I think Jessie also will share some special promotions, buy one, free one promotions. So stay tuned. And I'm going to start with this. Before we dive into detail of these two powerful framework, LeSS and SAFe, so I want us to take a step back to understand the bigger picture. What does really mean skill agile? We know agile, but what is the skill agile? So now I want you to imagine you are the captain of a ship. You're going to navigating through the unpredictable waters, oceans. You start with a small crew, and it's very easy to manage everyone. Communication is direct, decisions are made quickly, and your ship sails smoothly. But as your journey continues and your crew grows, you got more crews, the ship getting bigger, and suddenly what's used to work so well, those direct communications, no longer does. And the crew is struggling to stay aligned, and the ship start to drift off course. So this is what happened to many organizations when they grow. So when you are small, a single team or department, you're using Agile like Scrum, works beautifully. But when you scale up, when your organization grow, you realize you need a new way to steer your larger, complex organizations. So this is why scaling Agile comes in. It just like the captain need a new strategy to manage a bigger crew and ship. So organization needs framework to scale Agile practice across multiple teams and departments. So this is what we will dive in today. So scaling Agile doesn't mean that you just apply Agile to more teams, but actually is doing it in a way that maintain the core values of Agile. For example, like customer focus, continuous improvement, responsiveness to change, while addressing the complexity that comes together with the organization growth. So what is scaling Agile? Scaling Agile is more about extending the Agile principles and practices beyond a single individual teams to a larger or more complex project and organizations. So it is about to maintain the agility at a larger scale, just to ensure that your organization continues to grow and it still can deliver the value quickly and efficiently. Okay, but scaling is not one size fits all. That's why we have different frameworks like SAFe or LeSS in the market, because they offer different approach to scaling Agile. Each have his own strength and challenges. It just depending on your organization's needs. Okay. So I'm going to use some example here to help you better understanding by using the Navy ships. So here, this is a US Navy ships. So it's just like a scale Agile framework, which is SAFe. They have a large, well-organized fleet of ships, each with a specific role and clear line of communication back to the flagships. It's like in the picture, you can see they have destroyer, cruiser, submarine, even carrier, defender, all have their own role and clear tasks. Okay, so SAFe is like the detailed manual that tells each ship exactly what it needs to do and how it fits the larger missions. It's structured with a clear rules, practices, and even the ceremony just to keep everything aligned. So if you are navigating a very complex waters with a lot of moving parts, then SAFe provide you the structure to keep everything coordinated. Okay. So next is we're going to have LeSS, or we call large scale Scrum. I'm putting the Singapore submarine and the ship, Navy ship as example here. So it's like LeSS is like a fleet of agile, nimble ships, each with their own freedom to adjust the course as needed, still working towards the same goals, defend or attack, but it's built on top of the simplicity of Scrum. So it has minimal additional roles and processes on top of Scrum. So if your organization is value more on the flexibility and team autonomy, which is a self-managed, and your organization is not a very big or large, complex, then LeSS might be the better fit. Okay, so also understand that both frameworks are powerful. It's just designed for different scenarios. So as we go deeper into today's webinar, you're going to see how this framework can be applied in your organization and how to choose the right one. Okay, up until now, I didn't see any new questions added here. So I move on. So now we have warm up with the basic of scaling Agile. So we dive into the first framework, which we're going to cover about SAFe, Scaling Agile framework. So you can see all this is a logo. You're going to get familiar. The end goal is the business agility. So if you are large organizations and you decided to implement Agile across multiple teams, then you realize coordinating all the team is not easy as it seems. Then SAFe comes in. That's the time when SAFe comes in. So we can understand SAFe better based on their theory behind like core values and principles, which are going to cover it. So they are built on top of these 4 core values, which is first is alignment. You have to ensure all the teams are unified in pursuing the same strategic objective, maintaining the cohesive directions across the organizations. Second value is transparency. So in SAFe, they promotes open communications and visibility, so that everyone from executives to team members all stay informed and engaged. The third value in SAFe is respect for people. You need to recognize the value of each individual, fostering the environment of trust and collaborations. Last but not least is the relentless improvements. So you have to encourage the continuous learning and adaptations so that you can driving ongoing enhancement across all levels. Okay, so this is 4 core values. We are going to move on to the principles. So SAFE actually aligns team and programs in your organization strategy. So you can imagine that if a huge orchestra where every musician is playing their own part, but without conductor, the music is no longer music, but it will be the noise. So SAFE is act as the conductor, ensuring the harmony. So that's why it has all these principles comes in. So first is the tech and economic view. So you want to make decisions grounded in their economic impact by optimizing the value delivery across the organizations. The second one is apply system thinking. So you want to focus on the interconnectedness of each components so that you can understand how each of it contribute to the broader system. And then third, you want to assume viability and preserve the options because you want to embrace the uncertainty by maintaining the flexibility in decision making so that you can have adaptive response to change. Okay, and then fourth principles here is the build incrementally with fast integrated learning cycles. So you want to make the progress towards small iterative steps, integrating the feedback continuously to enhance the learning and also your outcomes. The fifth one is the base milestone on objective. Objective evaluation. So here is talking about objective here. So you want to assess the progress using the real functioning system just to ensure that the milestone reflect the tangible values and their effectiveness. Okay. So I also didn't see a new question here. Okay, the next one is the other 5 principles. In SAFE, we also want to make value flow without interruption. That's why you want to optimize the flow of values just to identifying and eliminate any bottlenecks so that you can have a smooth and continuous delivery process. And you also want to apply cadence, synchronize with cross-domain planning. You want to establish a regular rhythm for work and align each of the different team or different functions to synchronize their efforts, and you can improve their coordination and predictability. Okay, and then the last 3 principles, unlock the intrinsic motivation of knowledge workers. So we are not factory workers, we are knowledge workers when you deal with the software company and or the big corporates workers. So you want to empower the team by fostering the autonomy, self-managed, mastery, and you want to show the purpose so that you can leveraging the inherent motivations. And each individual will get encouraged to drive the innovation and productivity. So you also want to decentralize the decision making if you apply SAFE, because you want to push any decision closer to where the information is so that the team can respond quickly and effectively to changing conditions. You don't want to wait for others' approval and endless approval. And lastly is the organized around values. So you want to have a structured team and resources is built around the flow of values so that the organization's design is support the efficient and effective delivery of customer values. So that's the 10 principles solely in SAFE. And this is the big picture excuse me, the big picture of SAFe. Now we have the SAFe 6.0. So actually, it has 4 different configuration, but I'm not going to dive in this session because we have due to time constraint. So I only give you the overview and you can get familiar with some keywords that are highlighted in this picture. I know there's a lot of things here. There is a busy image here, but it's fine. At least you know SAFe have 4 different configurations. You will get familiar with term like value stream, map, or management. You have the art floor, which stands for Agile Release Trains. And you also get a new roles highlighted here, RTE, Release Train Engineer. And you will also notice the last is the PI objective, the program increment, PI planning. So all these keywords are in SAFe. It's related to SAFe. Okay, so feel free to write questions if you have any. If no, then I will proceed to ask you back with the questions. So what challenges have you faced in aligning multiple teams in a single project? So I'm going to wait for you guys a while so that you can answer. You can think first and answer. I'm going to wait. So I'm going to delete some of the questions so that I can keep the question panel is clear. So, yes, what challenges? Is it miscommunications or hierarchy top to down? Challenges, different approach. So what kind of different approach facing here? Is it using Scrum or Kanban or Waterfall? Communication gap, yeah, that's commonly happens. Different priorities, yes, especially when you're dealing with different team. Each team have their own sprint goals, their own product goals. Not cooperative members, yeah, multiple teams. So all this, yeah, assisting, yeah, the legacy hierarchy, right? So even though I understand that even though sometimes we say we want to agile transformation, but some part of it still not activate or enable yet. Okay, different understanding level, yeah. I think everyone understands things in different ways. So that's commonly happen if you want to manage a bigger team or bigger group. Yeah, even you have a different culture. It might not from the same country, maybe a different country, but even though in the same office, you still have a different culture within each team, right? So yeah, different expectations. Maybe you are not towards the same goals or same objective when you do all the things. Here also mentioned the textbook, following SAFe. Yeah, maybe you practicing SAFe in your organization, but you didn't really understand what is the value behind. You didn't align. You know it is agile, but why we use SAFe? Yeah, and over engineers agility. So this one, I guess, is maybe I'm not sure what is this mean. So feel free to unmute yourself to share the points, or you can leave it at any, maybe my comments under my LinkedIn post so that we can have different thoughts. Because I understand sometimes you guys don't want to speak over here, but I do encourage to have open discussions in these sessions. So over bloated team roles, maybe one team member have to carry multiple roles, if I understand correctly. And time and resources. Okay, so we understand all these challenges. It may happen or may not happen in your team, but that's the reality. Okay, The next one is I'm going to ask which of these safe principles that do you think is most critical in a large organizations? So I've listed these four. So which one you value more based on your own opinion? Is it the economic view is the most critical, or do you think the system thinking is the most critical, or you're focused more on the building the product incrementally, or you embrace the changes by assume the variability? I can see some is already focused on the incremental building. Yeah, it's a normal, especially also for you want to know how many product you can how many customer value you can deliver in the time frame. Usually the management will ask for that. So yeah, you think that is a critical. And there's also some opinions is I think voted at assume variability. I'm not sure if you can see the bar because from my screen I cannot see each bar and you can see the number. Not sure if you guys can see it. So some is value in the economic view, which is the economic impact. You want to know whether what you deliver, what the team deliver can make the most impact from the economic. Yeah. You don't want to deliver something is cost a lot, but end up it's not customer wanted. Yeah. But I guess most voted still on the incremental building. Okay, so I'm going to proceed to the next one because see the number is not adding. So maybe some of you don't want to answer that, it's fine. So yeah, this one I'm curious how actually your organization ensure the quality across the multiple teams. So feel free to write down the way how do you guys ensure the quality. We never know, right? How each company doing it. Maybe some is like putting more manager, micromanage, or introduce more roles. Yeah. So right, think of it. How your currently organization doing? How do you ensure quality? Yeah, integration testing. Yeah, you have more good practices. What else? Progress updates so that you get aligned every day with the team, what's going on. CSV documentation, okay, some is looking at the documentations, and yeah, some is appoint leads from each team so that someone like the eye watchers, like the watchers in the team to check how the quality and ensure you got QA, yeah, QA to check and adjust. You have a code review. What else? The quality not necessarily must be the code base, but also the product or even the practices. How do you ensure the quality is there? So yeah, you have UAT environment, you have a measurable dashboard. Yeah, you can make use of the like Scrum framework to check the velocity, the team quality is there. Comprehensive testing, yeah. Create center of expertise, regular meeting, system testing. Yeah, there are more. Okay, good to know. I'm going to continue. This one is for you to voting. I guess I will skip this because it may take some time for you to vote on other points. And I'm going to make the next, yes, review by the stakeholder. You need to invite the stakeholder in so that you build something which is quality that the stakeholder also aware of. Okay, next. I'm going to switch gears to talk about LeSS, which stands for Large Scale Scrum. Okay. So if safe is like the highway system, you got a lot of different vehicles. So LeSS is more like the bicycle lane in the city. It is about simplicity, flexibility, and direct routes, and also focusing on keeping things at as lightweight as possible, even when scaling up for the organizations. So basically, this is the bigger picture you will find from the LeSS. Have all these different elements. So the LeSS is grounded in the principle of Scrum, but it still applies across multiple teams. We don't use a department or different region lah. We use teams here lah. So, and it is all about customer centric. You want to keep the customer needs front and center. You also want to practice the lean thinking by reducing the waste. You want to optimize the flow of the work, make it smooth and efficient. And you also want to enable the transparency and empirical process control by using the data and transparency to guide the decision making. So that is the LeSS. So LeSS actually is maintain this the Scrum simplicity just to scale it up. So picture a small agile boat actually can navigate through the rough water quickly than the cruise or the big ships. Okay, so you want to adapting to the changes without getting bogged down by too many processes. Okay, so the next one is before I dive in to the principle of LeSS, it's also important to understand that it's different with SAFe. LeSS doesn't have a separate set of core values. In fact, it built on top of the core values of Scrums. So if your organization practice Scrum, you do recognize all these values: courage, focus, commitment, respect, and openness. And let's just to extend them to a larger context. So all these values serve as the foundation for LeSS, to guiding the teams and the organization in how they approach scaling Agile. Okay? So yes, that's the 10 key principles. I'm going to do it from crosswise directions. I start with the large scale Scrum is Scrum. Again, is to mention, I repeat my sentence before, it is retain all the core Scrum elements. It just simply scaling them for multiple teams. And the next one is the transparency. So you want to ensure that everyone has a clear visibility into what's happening, and you want to fostering the informed decision and trust. And the next one is more with less. So less minimize the complexity and overhead by focusing on doing more fewer roles and processes. That's what it means, more with less. And the next one is you want to have the whole product focus. So all teams have to work on a single integrated product. You don't want to have silos. Okay, and then the next one is the customer centric. So the customer's needs drive all the decisions and efforts. That's the main point. And you want to have a continuous improvement so that the teams are always looking for ways to improve their daily process or even products and also their personal skills. And the next is you want to have the lean thinking. So let's actually emphasize, reduce the waste and maximize the value by simplifying the processes. And also want to have the system thinking. You have to understand the big picture and how everything is interconnected, which can actually help to address the root cause of the issues. And the last two is the empirical process control, the decision made based on the transparency, inspections, and adaptation, just same as Scrum. And the last is the queuing theory. They want to manage the work in progress item to optimize the flow and reduce the bottlenecks. Okay, up until now, any questions? So yeah, that's the values. Now you know how LeSS built, and the principle is emphasized over here. So if no questions, then the next is my question to you guys. Like, what appealed to you most about the customer-centric approach in Agile, like in SAFe? So which one you are appeal to you? I'm waiting for some inputs. Maybe you are thinking about customer-centric approach. You want to have a direct feedback loops. Yeah, you want to know whether the customer satisfied. Then you know your customer-centric approach is a success. You want to foster faster iteration cycle. Previously, we keep most voted is the building incremental. So yeah, maybe you want to have that so that to show the customer-centric. And improve product market fits. Yeah, you want to know whether your organization's business is still in a good product market. Is it become a leader? Yeah, I can see numbers still increasing. Okay, so I think some of you still thinking. I'm going to do a little bit quick in later, so feel free to stop me or question because I don't want to overtime. I know the time of you is precious, especially before lunch. So yeah. And yes, we can see up until now the direct feedback loops is the most appealing. And now is the highest customer satisfaction. Yeah, you want to build something that customer love it. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next questions. Is like, what challenges do you face in, because we talk about simplicity, right? In LeSS, do you face challenges if you want to maintain the simplicity in your organizations when they grow? Is it the team you get go chaotic? The team is miserable, or you don't have any challenges? The team loves simplicity. So I wait for some response here. Maybe there is a delay. You can think of it. Maybe you don't have answer at this moment. If in that case, screenshots. There's one day you can keep this in your mind and look for the answer. Okay, it actually gives you a better insight on how your organization is doing. In the name of compliance. So maybe you want to follow things, but at the end, it's not that simple as easy. And yes, management, your lack of support from management, or your complex requirements from customer or from the stakeholders, weird team members. Yeah, everyone, I understand that everyone have own thinking. Everyone see the values differently. So maybe it's not that simple that you can maintain. Yeah, different knowledge level. That's why the training and continuous improvement also exists and taught in the LeSS and also SAFe, because I think this really enable the team to grow together. You don't stay at the same, you don't apply 10 years ago theories and stick for another 100 years. You evolve and change accordingly. Too much process. Yeah, too much process, which against the simplicity. And cooperation. So yes, it's very hard to get everyone aligned to maintain the simplicity. Some people want more info, more process. Some people want less process, less info. but people may find it disorganized. Yeah. Culture. So culture, yeah. Culture is something we need to build or foster or change. So we always need the change leaders to enable the cultures, to build the cultures. So yeah, perfection seekers. Yeah, you always look for the 100%. I don't want to deliver this. I want to make it 100%. So at the end, it doesn't, not simplicity. Okay, thanks for the input. I'm going to move on how the comparisons works based on our understanding. So we already know safe and less based on their principle and values, and it's time for us to compare. And we are going to connecting all the dots so that you can understand, have a bigger overview on which framework might be the best fit for your organizations. So for the company size and complexity, and you definitely know safe is for large enterprise, complex, multiple projects, and less is suitable for smaller to medium-sized organization, and or even you are large, but you prioritize the simplicity. So this is from the company size and complexity perspective. The next is the roles and structures. Safe have to add on additional roles and layers to manage all the complexity because it's very structured approach. And let's just retain and remain the Scrum roles, product owner, Scrum master, developers. That's it. And it just have a minimal additions so that the team can be more focused on team autonomy and customer values. Okay, and the third perspective we can look at is the flexibility and customizations. So SAFe is provide very comprehensive structure framework, make it very easy to adopt. It's just that it's less flexible, but less giving more flexibility to adapt, but then it requires certain level of agile maturity. Okay, so the last but not least perspective we can look at also implementation time and efforts. So SAFe is not a trivial effort, and actually it needs the change leadership acumen. Whereas less, it is quicker to implement because you have less overheads, but it again rely on the agile maturity and the strong Scrum foundations. So basically that's how SAFe and less lah. Okay, so I hope this overview can give you a better idea. And the next one is maybe you can, this is also some of the question you can think of it. So based on your organization's currently size and complexity, which framework do you think might be the better fit? So yeah, if you value simplicity, flexible, you like to build your own way, then maybe less. But if you are worried about like disorganized, everyone is run towards different direction, you get the challenges to maintain everyone in the same goals, then SAFe can be more structured, can give you a better approach. Yeah, some is not sure. Yeah, it's fine, even though you're not sure, get a chance to explore to different frameworks, because people every time have a new ideas, creative way to deal with the common challenges, I would say, because previously what we discussed it is basically the same answer from my every webinar. So you are not alone with all the challenges. Okay, so I can see majority is loves less, but still some is SAFe, and there are 5 people is not sure yet. It's fine, stay tuned, then we can get a chance to know more about what is SAFe, because I'm going to have another one-day workshop to talk about SAFe. The one we will dive in deeper lah, because this one today is only 1 hour, so I will try to share as many info as I can, but we are not able to get into detail. Okay, so yeah. And yeah, this one is a scaling agile. So I know these questions, it seems like repeat, but this one is actually also give you the thoughts when you want to do the scaling agile. What is the challenges? Is it the same challenges or is not the same challenges? Yeah, so I'll give you some time to think about. It could be the same point that your previous it could happen, right? So but if it give you different point of view, then you know, yeah, management awareness, yes, sometimes you lack of support from management again. So or maybe the management I always heard that they say even the management don't understand what is agile mean. So if yes, please, it's fine. Please connect with us and talk to Jacqueline or whatsoever, and we see how we help you with your organization, because sometimes the management, they need awareness sessions. We can talk about that. And yeah, team refuse to change. This is pretty hard. Sometimes because change is also step out of comfort zone, you're going to expose to uncertainty. So that's why people are afraid of change. That's a natural human naturals. And yeah, time frame. Yeah, and then don't know where to start. Okay, and then management power struggle, people reluctant. Yeah, sometimes maybe the management also get the challenges because they are supportive, but the team member, they talk differently, they don't want to change. It could be both way. So yeah, I understand that. For those don't know where to start, it's fine. Follow us closely, follow my connect my LinkedIn so that I can share some tips and so on, can give you a different thoughts on how you can apply in your corporate team in comfort zone. Yeah, it's normal. And then the position repurpose. Yeah, sometimes people may forget about the roles. For example, like Scrum Master, they thought is just extra or project managers. So yeah, it's that happens. Low adaptabilities. Okay, so now we all know each other's challenges in scaling agile. And next, I want to give you the thinking about how important is flexibility versus structure in your agile transformation. Do you think it's very important? Because this one actually gives you some idea whether you can go for safe or less. Is it very important or not important? Not important, then you prefer the structured way. Tell me what to do. How do I do? Decide it for me. Yeah, then safe. Yeah, but if you think I don't want to follow because it's too complex, it's too much, I cannot cross my own roles or power to others, I don't like that, then I prefer flexible so that I can self-manage, I can help myself. Balanced approach is required. Yeah, you want to have flexible yet structure. Yeah, it gives you different thoughts. Okay, how about others? You may not have an answer now, I understand, so it's fine. Capture this and keep in your mind, and I'm going to proceed to the next, okay, without take much of your lunch hour. Okay, so the next is I'm going to talk about because we already know what is a safe and less, right? So we want to bring all this together. So imagine you are at the helm of your company, you want to steering it towards the greater agility. And today you heard about safe and less. And now you need to make a choice. So this choice is not about framework or not framework, whether it's popular, but it's more about the future of your organization, agile journey. Okay? So I have shared, this is the last part, no worries, quick one. So I have composed all these 4 guidelines, at least can help you to think about that. So first is the company size and complexity. Again, if your organization is large with multiple departments or complex projects you need to manage and different products, then SAFE might be your best fit. But if you are part of smaller and more flexible organization that values simplicity, then you can look for LeSS. At least you can know more about LeSS. And the next, also what I mentioned earlier, Agile maturity is something you also can check to consider how mature your organization is in Agile practices. If you're just starting out, then SAFE detailed guidance could be easy and valuable for you. But for those organizations with a strong Scrum foundation, then LeSS might be easier to implement. Okay? And the next is cultural fit. Does your organization thrive on structure and alignment? Then if yes, then SAFE might align with your culture. If autonomy and flexibility are more your style, then LeSS could be a better cultural fit. Okay. Last guideline I share here is the long-term goals, because you need to look at it. If your goal is to scale the Agile across the entire enterprise, from HR to everything, not only IT more, then you need more focus and alignment and talk about delivery. Then SAFE will be the right choice. But if you're focused on scaling Scrum for single product with, you want to have minimal overhead, you don't want to like over additional roles and so on, or complex layer, then LeSS might be the more suitable. Okay, up until now I didn't see any questions. Feel free to ask. Okay, so this is the last part. As we wrap up, let's look at 2 real-world examples that I'm going to share, which they're using the different approach to scaling Agile. I think all first familiar with the brands over here. So yes, at the left is Mercedes-Benz that adopted SAFE to manage their complexity of their operations across 40 global production sites. They are based at some of them based at Germany, USA, China, and more. So you know there are so many different culture and processes. So by aligning the teams in design, production, and other key areas through the ART, Agile Release Trains, these keywords, they accelerated the innovation and boosted efficiency, so that they can bring new feature to market faster and maintain the competitive edge. So on the other hand, we can also look at the BMW. So they actually adopt LeSS for their simplicity and customer centricity. So before they apply LeSS, so BMW car production process could take up to 3 to 6 months. So if any of you is a BMW owner, from the day you place order until you get the car, it could take up to 3 to 6 months before they apply LeSS. So all this extended timeline is because they're very complex to manage multiple departments, and each of it has their own process and priorities. So after they adopt LeSS, what is significantly change is they're able to streamline their operations and the team more collaborative and iterative. So from the moment you place order until you get the car, it's around 60 to 80 days. In some cases, not all, sometimes because customized, but compared to 3 to 6 months, it is 40% faster. So this quicker turnaround not only enhance customer satisfaction, but also allow BMW to respond more swiftly to market demands, maintain the competitive edge in the luxury car markets. So I share this is not to ask you to support whether you support Mercedes or BMW. No, all this story is just to show that there's no one size fits all approach. Whether your organization needs structure and alignment like Mercedes or flexibility and customer focus like BMW, the key is to choose the framework that best fit your unit's needs. Okay. So we move along to the next one. This one is to, because we already understand how we can choose for your organization. So I'm curious to know which one is the critical factor you take in consideration. Do you think you want to decide or choose based on the company size and complexity, or do you see the agile maturity, or you're focused more on long-term goals and some is maybe more on cultural fits? So you can think about that. So I can drink water while you guys still thinking and answering. So I think most of you voted for agile maturity. There is no right or wrong for all the questions I'm asking here. It just give you a different insights on how other company doing, because in this room I believe not all of us from same company, so at least you know, okay, so what I can get, because all these insights actually also help you to see how others doing. And yes, I got 12 voted. Maybe some of you still don't have answer, or you want to be the observer, is fine. You can screenshot this question if you want to keep it and rethink back every time. And the next one I'm going to check is, yes, some of you talking about long-term goals, then maybe this is the time you can try to understand what is your organization's long-term goal with Agile. Or are you going to change it back to, some I heard is hybrid, waterfall and Agile, practice both if possible. So it depends. So maybe some of the leader here, managers, management level leader. So I guess maybe you can understand better about the long-term goal of the organizations. You can think about that before answer, or if you don't have you don't have any idea, is also fine. You can also write it out. Yeah, you want to become lean and efficient. Yeah. So if in this case you can take into consideration to understand about more on less development pace. Maybe you want to have a fast delivery. Yeah. You don't want to have a too much process, or you want to have a structured process to ensure the development pace at the same. Yeah. Full agile. Yeah, full agile. Then that is good. Maybe your current organization is half agile, hybrid. Then if your long-term goals with Agile, then you can focus more on defining what is others skilling Agile framework available. Today we talk about safe and less, but there are also like skill at Scrum. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to proceed to next. So how does your organization currently approach skilling Agile? Are you on the way practicing safe, or not yet, or you are from Scrum, you have no idea about whether you want to do the skilling Agile? Yeah. I understand this is not so straightforward questions. You need time to think because, like I say, I want to help you to have a better understanding on how your currently organization working on. Still at early stage, yeah, maybe you just get to know about Agile. It's not that dive in yet. Maybe some of you, the organization is only practiced for 1 or 2 years, which you didn't really see the full picture yet. Face difficulties when executing. Yeah, many people say like theory speakingly is everything is good. But it's not that easy when execute. You face a lot of bottlenecks. Yeah. Talk to us. No worries. Talk to us. Talk to InfoTrack or Jamania, so that you can also get help on consult what is the things that can help your organization better. Okay, there's not yet. No plan yet. Yeah, maybe you're good with what you have now, but it's good you join this session to stay continuous improvement in your knowledge. Early adoption of Agile, not sure skilling is in the picture now. Yeah, I mean this one. Been doing it for 15 years for departments. Company just picking up. Yeah, still new to skilling Agile. No worries. I see the number is stopped adding, so I'm going to move on to Q&A. I'm going to check if we have any Q&A from the chat. Okay, I didn't see any question here. Okay, I see some. How to choose? Okay, some people ask how to choose. Okay, that one is menti.com. Okay, and I see Rama in Malaysia, which skilling Agile framework is being implemented in banking and financial services. As for now, what I know is majority is still safe taking in place, include insurance companies. Malaysia biggest insurance company also doing safe. Yeah. Oh, okay, LeSS, Lean Agile Center of Excellence. Okay. I learned the new terms from you guys. And yes, the rest is asking about how to join Menti. I hope you enjoy with the Menti and understand there is a delay here. Is there any questions? If no, then I'm going to get some review session with you without delay your lunch hour. So this is just to quick check what is your biggest takeaway from today's webinars. Because this one, I also good to know that whether something you have learned in this hour sessions, I didn't wasted your time. So, and it's very important for you guys, for your input to me, because I can prepare the related topic in future if you're interested. If you love the session, if you love the way I conduct the session, then please let me know so that I can continue doing it, because I also want to practice continuous improvement. Less is good. Yeah, like I say, there is no one size fits between which is the best, which is the not the best. So I know people like to compare it because you want to choose the best one, but like I say, still depends your needs. Okay, LeSS is fully founded on Scrum. Yes, you get to know that. And yeah, there's a difference, safe and LeSS. Which framework to choose? Yeah, you have. Glad to know this method. Thanks a lot. I also thanks a lot to all your inputs, because give us all the insights we can learn from each other. LeSS is more flexible compared to safe. Yeah, comparison and view on the both framework. Yeah, love the way I explain. Yeah, because I want to try my best to let everyone can understand faster in this short period of time, without going too detailed, because it may be a bit boring if going too details. learn about SAFe, and thanks. Yeah, thank you. Also on the key point of each framework. Okay, I'm very happy to hear what's the takeaways, because I know that you guys already at the same page with me. You know about LeSS and SAFe, okay? Okay, so that's a voted. I'm going to skip that. Okay, yeah, this is also for me to share the feedback from you guys, because I'm going to share in my LinkedIn, so that I know whether you guys loves the sessions. Do you think my sharing is useful, or you think it's something already you know? Yeah. And if you give a very useful, actually, yes, indeed, you will give me more motivations to prepare this kind of content and more confidence, okay? So feel free to connect me at LinkedIn, Jane Aoyong, Jane AY. You will see. I think Jaslyn or InfoTrack already also take my name, so easier for us to connect with each other. Even though you have questions after the sessions, no worry, it's free. You can still text me and ask. Okay, we can make a friend. Okay. I'm happy that majority of you think is useful. Okay, the next one is, yes, this is a quick question, very straightforward. Would you like to know more about SAFe in my upcoming training? Because I have conducted a one-day workshop together with Jaslyn and InfoTrack. So this, because I understand that SAFe, they are a lot of certificates training. So usually it's 2 days, 3 days, 5 days. So it's considered very heavy training. So maybe before that you want to go with a lightweight. So you want to understand about the fundamental without diving too detail yet. Then that's a good sessions I would have. And is HRD claimable? Talk to Jaslyn, talk to InfoTrack. I will share the contact later. I see, okay, majority of you say yes, and some is maybe yes, then there's no one choose the no. I'm happy for that. Okay, so if you're interested, maybe not now, maybe future, you can scan the WhatsApp QR code over here. I will conduct one-day workshop, this one at the September 29th, Thursday. So if the date is not the ideal date for you, maybe you have to rush something or you're not available, it's fine. Talk to InfoTrack via the WhatsApp, talk to them, and they can arrange for you, and we can still have the workshop. So yes, Jaslyn, you want to share about the special promotion? Jaslyn, you have to unmute yourself.
Okay, so I think I will, how to say it? I also want to make friend with all of you. So yeah, so I'm doing a special promotion for today client. So whichever that you are joining today, for your company, if let's say you wish to join the session by Jane on 26 September, I think so you can WhatsApp me, because I think the QR code that Jane just now include is actually my number. So you can just text me and I can be your friend. So share with me what is your direction on that, or if let's say you're not how to say, you need more detail about SAFe certification pathway, or you need to know more detail about what is LeSS and what is the courses that under LeSS that you can choose for that, then feel free to let me know. So I will connect you with Jane or with our others consultant that to help you on that, so we can have another session for that. So for this one-day workshop, actually it is like a hands-on workshop that cover everything from SAFe fundamentals, then to maximizing the value of deliver during using art, agile release train, and the value stream. So it will be a one-day workshop. So we will be focused only these two, so that you can learn like how to do that. At least you know the fundamentals. So before you go really moving or propose to your organization that we will be going for that. So that will have a better understanding for the courses of SAFe. Yeah. Okay. So for that, what is my special promo? I haven't announced, right? So the selling price of this 1-day course is 1,002, but now we are giving special discount for each of the company that join our today webinar. You will entitle buy one free one promo. So meaning now you only need to follow up about 600 per batch. So if let's say you are joining for physical class, then you just top up 100 ringgit to pay for our venue and for the meal and also our trainer. So that's the special promo for today. So if you are interested to know more, then just contact us. I will guide you how to register that because this is HRDC fully claimable program. So no worry about how to claim. We will help you on that. All right. Any question? If no, then I think thank you, Jane, for today's session. So we are now moving to how to say we need your help to do the Google review as per shown here. So your review will be the motivation for me and also Jane and others upcoming workshop speaker. So I will pause for 1 minute to allow you to fill out the form. So you just scan the QR, and now I also will post the link at the Q&A section. You can just click on that if you are using your desktop to join this session. Jane, okay. Because just now the QR code is missing.
And I think Jaslyn will have the monthly pick to get the free gift after place the Google reviews, right? So
yes. So you might be the lucky one.
Yeah.
So for InfoTrack, we always monthly we will have Google review lucky winner. So you might be the monthly winner if let's say you help us to fill up.
Can I also join?
Yeah, of course. Because it's lucky winner, right? So we will draw it every month. So if let's say you are filling up for September, then for September you might have the chance. Because I think Google review is only once you can fill up for each of the company. Yeah. So take the chance to join that.
Yes, please follow closely to InfoTrack page or Jaslyn or me. We will have more upcoming free webinars at different topics because we try to explore what is the topics that we can help you. Because nowadays it's very fast paced. Yes. Information is everywhere, but end up you might not get the correct or accurate, or you don't have the heads up what's happening. So it's good to follow us, especially if you like the way I explain or the way I conduct the webinars or training. Share it to your friends, share it to your manager, share it to your boss.
Yes. So I think today is a great session that Jane, you did brief us in how to say what is safe and less and the difference. I did mark down a lot of notes that what's difference for the summaries that you giving us just now, the 3 differences. I think that's also important. The company size is also one of the concerns that people will always need to think of. And a lot of session that I like is you are how to say, you are giving us a space to rethink and stop and rethink back what we are doing now. Is it really our direction, or do we need to really improve from there or not? And what is the challenges? So this is a platform for us to learn together. Yeah, to learn together. So I think I don't want to drag people to go for lunch. So if you have any training requests or you need more detail about today's webinar about safe or less, please feel free to let me know. To text me using you can reply on top of the WhatsApp number that I is sending the reminder this morning, or the email that yesterday I sent. That's my email also. So, or another way, you can just email us to techcenter@info-track.com. Yeah, so this is the email that you can reach to us, the contact number, so you can reach to us, and WhatsApp numbers. So any way to reach to us will be fine. We are here to assist you on that.
It's free to inquire everything.
Yes, correct. So I think this concludes today's webinar. Thank you everyone for joining this session, and I hope you have learned and enjoyed this webinar. So see you again in our future event or training. So thank you, Jane, for today, your time spending here and share to us.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you. Okay, goodbye.
Bye bye.